All right. Welcome, everyone. My name is Megan England. I'm the branch manager over at the Scottsville Library, and we are thrilled to offer this chair yoga class today, which is great for anyone, but especially for those who need a more chill or accessible approach to yoga. I'd like to introduce Michele White, who teaches classes at Balance Yoga in Scottsville, but has also just started her own online yoga studio, which she will tell you some more about. A quick note that this program will be video recorded for possible inclusion on the JMRL YouTube channel, but don't worry, only the presenter and I will be recorded. We can't even see you, so please be free with your yoga practice and don't feel like you're being watched. So without further ado, I turn it over to Michele, and thank you so much for being here today. I'm gonna mute myself.
Thanks, Megan. Welcome. So I was so thrilled when they asked to do this. I've done it a couple times in person at the Scottsville location branch, and it was just such a delight to get to meet people and to get to offer a nice, gentle practice that I think is really appropriate for anyone, whether you have a desk job and just need a little bit of movement in the middle of your day, or you have a hard time getting up and down off the floor, then chair yoga can be perfect. Or even if you just need something a little different, a little different practice that you can take anywhere. So my name is Michele. I've been teaching yoga for 19 years, and most of my live classes have been in Scottsville. So that has been just a wonderful community for me to be a part of. And I just, because of the nature of things, kind of got driven to launch an online yoga studio. So it's called Home Om. And if you want more information, we'll put it in the class notes. It's homeomyoga@gmail.com if anyone wants to reach out to me with questions or comments or find out more about online classes. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started with a nice centering. So you might have kind of limited chairs, but the best chair for chair yoga is one that has a nice straight back and has no arms here. So you can use the sides of the chair for support. So find just a comfortable seat to start and just a few guidelines for your practice. So as we're relaxing, feel free to sit against the back of the chair, although maintaining the natural curves in your spine and not kind of slouching at your posture can be really beneficial as we do some of the breath work. It opens up the space of the torso and lets you have more room to breathe. So I would say that once we do start the actual practice, if you're comfortable sliding more towards the front mid half of your seat, you want to maintain balance. You don't want the chair to feel unstable, but that's going to be a good way to, as we start moving, to move away from the back of the seat and really activate. We want to activate our practice. And one way you can activate your practice is really paying attention, for instance, to your feet on the floor, to feeling the feet against the earth and really actually feeling a little gentle press with the feet against the earth. So you're getting activated there. Another way to activate your practice is to pay attention to your abdominals so that you're lifting up, drawing up through those low abdominals, and then letting the shoulder blades come down the back. So you've got just a nice alignment through the skeletal system, and the muscles are supporting the skeletal system actively. So this is a gentle practice, but based on how much you personally activate your practice, you can bring more challenge into it. You can bring a little more energy into the practice. So however you're showing up today, just be where you are, listen to your body, and move in a way that feels good and free. Great. So let's go ahead and start with our centering. So absolutely, get comfortable. If you want to use the back of your chair for support, use that back of your chair. Hands can come to the lap. Shimmy those shoulders for a minute, just so the shoulders drop down from the ears. And as you're comfortable, close your eyes. Just let the eyes rest or soften your gaze and just listen to the sound of my voice as I guide you with the breath. And so, if you're comfortable taking the breath in and out through the nose instead of the mouth, begin to draw the breath in through the nostrils, feeling that light, feathery air draw in. And then notice again as the air moves back out of the nostrils. Just a few more times to become acclimated, to notice something as subtle as your breath as it moves. And then bringing your awareness a little deeper so that you notice how your torso responds to the breath. So on the inhale, you might notice that the chest expands, the ribs open, the breath draws a little deeper down into the body, and then as you exhale, the breath slowly releases. Keep practicing in that way. Keep noticing any responses in the body to the breath, the rising and falling. And for a moment, visualize yourself sitting in the chair. Visualize your body from toes to head, from fingertips to shoulders. Visualize yourself in this moment as you are. Still feeling the breath rise and fall. We want to cultivate a little bit more body awareness. So noticing any sensations in the body, the movement of the body as you breathe, any sensations of heat or cool. Noticing too, perhaps, if there's discomfort somewhere in the body, these are the places you want to take care of. And we want to learn to listen to the body. Sometimes when you're working the body, you can feel some discomfort, but it's in response to building strength. So sometimes that's okay. So just noticing the difference between good pain and bad pain. Productive pain and unproductive pain. That might be a better way to say it. Totally removing that 70s slang, no pain, no gain. There's no space for that here in a yoga practice. So as we take our practice into movement, if there's anything along the way that your body doesn't feel comfortable doing, imagine yourself doing it. Just visualize, just like you are now, visualize yourself taking the action, taking the movement. So much benefit comes just from visualizing. Setting an intention as we begin our practice, as we begin our movement. What are you creating for yourself today? Is there a word that comes to mind? Lightness, energy, strength, peace, calm, whatever it might be. Identify it. Connect to it. And let every movement, every breath serve that intention. Beautiful. Let's get started. Bringing hands to heart, palm against palm, prayer hands, Anjali Mudra. Feeling the hands just rest against the heart and activate so you can feel yourself sit a little taller for a moment. Feeling palm against palm. And let's shift to activate. So moving forward as you're comfortable doing, away from the back of your chair. You might have a few inches between the back of your chair and your back body, and you feel the feet against the earth. So feel the feet resting against the earth. Good. And let's bring the hands to the chest for a moment, taking a few breaths, still through the nose as you're comfortable, feeling the breath move into the chest. The rise and the fall. Your feet can be hip width apart or more. See what's comfortable. Next, we'll bring hands to the ribs. You can hug across and hold your opposite rib. I think we could all use a good hug right about now. So just feeling that breath move in, expand the ribs into the hands, and feel as you exhale slowly how the body softens and releases. A few more breaths here. Good. Hands to the low belly, same thing as you inhale, feeling the breath draw in and expand. You might feel, if you have your fingers touching, you might even expand so much you can feel the fingertips widen apart, right? Really work that breath. Draw it in, expand, open. And then to bring a little awareness into the back body, I'm going to turn so you can see. Bring your hands against the low back, kind of over the kidneys. If this is uncomfortable, you could do the back of your hands too. But again, just feel the breath moving in. And notice too how that back body expands. The rise and fall of the breath, the expansion and contraction. Let's release the arms, and hands can rest on the lap. We'll take a few breaths, a few nice sighs out. I call this a way to cleanse, nice cleansing breath. Good way to release some stress, and it just feels good. So we'll take a nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it through the mouth. A few nice inhales in. We're going to do this a few times, so just allow there to be some sound. Allow there to be a nice sigh. Good. 2 more times. Open the mouth, relax the jaw. And even smile and sigh it out. Good. We'll start with some shoulder movement. So take your shoulders up to the ears. You can let your arms awkwardly hang and then slowly move the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, let the shoulders move down from the ears. Good. Several more times, just exploring your territory, noticing the response of the body to the movement. Are there any signals? Is there discomfort? Do you feel it in your shoulders? Do you feel it in your neck? Notice, notice, notice. Check in. And then we'll take some shoulder rolls. So getting those nice big chicken wings so you can explore your range of motion and really get the joints starting to increase a little mobility. So just getting a little lubrication for the joints by moving We're keeping it pretty simple today, pretty nice and gentle, right? So allow that to happen through your body. As you take these chicken wings, we'll take a couple more. You might also notice the chest going forward and collapsing in and going forward and collapsing in. Let that happen. A few times in the opposite direction. Sometimes you notice something different. Sometimes you notice a different response in the body. Something can feel a little different on the right side than the left side. Whew, one more circle. Relax those arms. Hold on to the side of your chair or hands on the lap and take some head rolls. Nice and easy. Just focus on how the head stretches forward. We don't want to take it too far into the back. So barely taking it into the back. And then really enjoying that stretch from shoulder to chest to shoulder. All the while keeping a little awareness on the feet against the earth. And the breath. Moving in the opposite direction. One more nice circle. Okay. Bringing the head back to center. Leveling out the chin. Good. And then we'll take some wrist rolls, palms together. So this one takes a little bit of mental coordination, right? So the hands go out, the palms press together, fingertips roll into the heart, and then the hands come back together. Palms out, back of the hands roll together, fingertips in towards heart, hands come together. So if this is uncomfortable in the hands, if there's any arthritis there or injury there, you can also take wrist rolls by separating the hands and kind of adjust that way. If that's too much, scrunch your fingers. So just find some way to start to wake up the wrists and the hands. Good, we're gonna reverse those rolls. So the palm faces you, fingertips thread in towards the heart, and then palms face out back to heart. Keep breathing those nice full breaths. One more circle here. And then we'll take pointer fingers together, rest of the fingers crisscross. So steeple mudra, arms come up above the head, keep softness in the elbow, draw some circles on the ceiling. So we're hula hooping the ribs. We're getting some nice circles at the ribs. If it feels uncomfortable to have the arms above the head, you could do the same thing with the hands on the shoulders. Just circling the ribs. Opposite direction. Coming back to center, feeling the feet against the earth, arms open wide. So when I say you're feeling the feet against the earth, there's almost a little press at the feet. So you can feel some activation. Palms face the ceiling, that's gonna draw your shoulder blades down the back, and we'll give a little zigzag through the ribs. So leaning into one rib cage and then the other, zigzagging the ribs from side to side. A few more times, leaning. You could do this with hands on the hips, by the way, if your arms are getting tired. I noticed mine were a little bit. And then release and relax the arms. Let the fingertips be heavy. Let the arms hang heavily. Just for a moment, let the arms hang heavily. Let the shoulders draw down from the ears. Give into gravity. Let the arms be heavy, like you were holding on to some bowling balls. Feet against the earth. Chin is level. Let's take now some namaste circles. Activate the feet. Feel the feet press into earth. Little engagement at the belly. Inhale, arms sweep out and up. Exhale through the heart line. Let's start to coordinate breath and movement, and we'll get a little nod at the head. So as you're inhaling, lift the chin, arms go up, look to sky. As you exhale, hands come down through the heart line, bowing down to heart. A few more times. Inhale, sweep it out and around. Exhale, draw it through the heart line. When the hands come to heart, keep going. It's a gesture of reverence. It's a chance to connect to your heartfelt intention. So when you come back to heart, maybe remembering if you set an intention for yourself, that word, that spark of inspiration, as you land the hand back at heart, just remembering. Let's take another round. Exhale, hands to heart. Bow the head to heart. Close the eyes here. Checking in with any body sensations, feeling into any tingling, any pulsing, any temperature, any expansion and contraction with the breath. What is here for you in this moment to notice? Is there a thought? Is there a memory? Is there an anticipation? Come back to the breath and let it all go. Come back to present moment awareness and remember your intention. Beautiful. Open the eyes. Release the hands. Good. Again, now check in with the feet. You're going to want to come forward. We're going to take pelvic rock and pelvic tilt. I'll turn sideways so you can see a little better. So you've got the sits bones, those pointy little bones in your rear end. And so we want to tuck under at the hip so you're rounding and then roll forward so you can really expand the arch in the lumbar. Looking again for signals from the body. If it's kind of too much, exhale, curl, inhale, tilt. And if you can really find your rhythm and you can relax the head, you might notice how the rest of the body responds. The head gives a little gentle nod. Take it slow. We kind of have it established what we're doing now. You can even use your hands on the thighs for support. Use your entire inhale to open and lift your entire exhale to round and draw in. So shifting just from the pelvic rock now to full cat and dog, to full body movement from the hips up. So letting the heart lift, letting face come to sky. Letting there be a little contraction in the low belly as you round into the back of the heart. Find some freedom in your movement here. Do what feels good. Find a pace that supports you. We're going to take one more time. Rolling it up. Lift the heart. Face to sky. And then one more time, slowly curl in. Feel that low belly draw in. Draw into the back of the heart. Round into the back of the heart. And come back up. all the way up, allowing for the natural curves in your spine. Sit how you're comfortable. Find a level chin so it's not too high up or too drawn in, but length into the base of the skull. Good. From here, we'll take a little twist. So we'll bring the arms up into a nice Y. And then left arm goes back, right arm goes forward. Back up into the Y. Left arm goes forward, right arm goes back. Good, so I'm running out of room here, so I'm gonna come this way. Good, and just play with your own range of motion, you know? So see what is available here in your twist. You can always turn sideways like me if your chair is getting in the way, if anything's getting in the way and you really wanna work your twist. Keep your elbows soft so the shoulder joints can relax. And again, I'm going way wide. You might have a little mini twist. Good, we'll exhale back to center. We'll take a couple more. Let's check in with the breath. Inhale, take it back. Exhale back to center. Inhale, take it back. Exhale back to center. Good, we'll bring hands back to heart. Great. Moving now into some side bending. Right hand on the hip or right hand on the side of your chair. Left arm arcs up and over. Feel your feet press into earth. Feel your abdominals engage as you sweep the arms to the other side. Inhale, windmill the arms. Exhale, side bend. And you can start to play here. You can have the hands on the seat. If it feels good and you feel balanced and you want to go deeper and your chair has a rung, if it's a kitchen chair it might, then you could use the rung and go a little lower. Just reminding you that at any point, if a movement feels too much, you can sit in the center and imagine the movement. Or just do what feels good. And have your hands on your hips, right? Good. One more time to each side. Good. Coming back up. And release those arms. Again, heavy arms, hang them down. Some nice breaths here. Engage the abdominals, feel yourself rise up into the heart, feet firm. Clasp the hands behind the head if you comfortably can. And we'll take the elbows wide, and we're gonna do kind of, you can imagine it like a seated crunch, but we're just kind of moving from the upper chest. So curl in. Feel your feet press against the earth, zip it up, pubic bone to belly button to heart, go wide. Exhale, curl it in. So a little like cat and dog. Good, now be gentle in how you're clasping the back of your head, especially when you draw forward. Don't tug on the head, don't press on the head. If this is too much with your arms above, hands on lap, same thing. Good, last time, draw it forward. And come back up. Release the arms. Beautiful. So from here, we're gonna take it into eagle arms. So this is a little bit of a pretzel pose for sure. So right arm comes in front, left arm comes underneath. So I have maybe hyper flexible arms. So your arms may wrap all the way around. Your arms may look like that. This might be too much, in which case, bring your forearms together or draw your elbows and forearms towards each other. So I just want to give you lots of options, right? So going into your expression of eagle arms, feeling the feet against the earth, feeling your body strong and lifted. A few breaths here. And a lot of times the breath actually creates more of the stretch. So you might notice as you inhale, you might feel the stretch of the back of the shoulder blades, of the shoulders. Good. We're going to take the arms now to the left and look right. You're doing one of the modifications, same thing. Getting a little twist here. Feel the feet active against the earth. Come back to center. Unravel those arms. Let them hang. Opposite side. Left arm in front, right arm underneath. Find your breath. Watch your breath. Really slowing that breath down. You might even silently count the breath to yourself to 4 or 6. Inhale and exhale, 4 or 6. Good. Now we'll take the arms over to the other side and look over the left shoulder. So arms move right, look over the left shoulder. Beautiful. Come back to center. Release the arms, hands to the thighs. We're going to take just a little moment here to center and find a little moment of meditation. So once again, close the eyes or soften the gaze. And we've done a lot with the upper body. So let's connect now to the lower body. Feeling the feet against the earth, and we'll create this imaginary little breath loop. So as you inhale, imagine you're drawing up from the earth through the feet, through the shins, through the thighs, to the pelvis. As you exhale, imagine it going down the low back, the rear, the back of the legs, through the feet back into earth. Inhale, draw up the front body, all the way to the hips. Exhale, back down the back body, all the way to ground. So here we're just drawing attention to the lower body. With the eyes closed, open if you prefer, begin to tap the feet against the earth. Just feel the feet tapping against the earth. You can crinkle the toes, just a little movement. And then relax those feet. Extend the right leg. We're going to take some ankle rolls. Opposite direction. And then point and flex. Okay, same thing on the other side. Roll those ankles out. Stay connected to the breath. I even just caught myself holding my breath. Reverse those ankle rolls. Just feeling, at the same time you're moving, just feeling that light feathery air come in and out through the nostrils. Point and flex the left foot. Coming back to a relaxed foot. And then we're coming into a little more leg movement. So imagine you've got a tight seat belt from hip to hip here. So what I want that tight seat belt to remind you is to lift the low abdominals up and down. We're going to take stork march. So you can have your hands against the back of the chair for support if you need a little support, or just on the lap if there's no room on the chair. Feel the left foot push into earth as you lift that right leg up. And then back down, right foot presses into earth, left foot comes up. Engage. Exhale down. Engage. Exhale down. A little bit of core work here, a little bit of leg movement, a little bit of hip movement. We got lots going on. Feel that groundedness. We're activating, right? I'm doing pretty good here. I'm going to add in something as an option. You can keep marching as you are, or take the opposite arm up. Really using that grounded leg, whichever it is, pushing it into earth to help stabilize you. Using your abdominals. But we're in business now. A few more times, working those legs, working those abs. Inhale up, exhale down. Good, reconnect to that nice slow breath if you lost your pace. Kind of actually sometimes it's a little bit more challenging to go slowly with the breath. Sometimes movement's a lot easier if you just rush through it, right? Good, one more time each side. You're doing great, I can feel it. Nice, so we'll take the legs wider to your comfort level. It might be a little wide, it might be super wide. See what feels good to you. Getting a little width here. Hands on the thighs. Good. And we're going to take some body rolls. I'm actually going to bring my feet a little in for this part for stability. So lift the heart, lean towards your lap. Go as far as you can fold over your lap and then roll it up. Zip it up as if you were zipping up a zipper, pubic bone to belly button to heart. Lean, heart up, head up. Curl round, press the feet into earth, anchor through the sits bones, roll it up. Hands can be on the thighs here, maybe a little higher would give you more support. You can even actually feel the hands press into the lap a little if it helps roll you up. Last one. Good. Now the legs can go comfortably wider as a hip opener. Take them as wide as you can. Hands to heart. Namaste circles. Holding here. Be active. Roll open those thighs as much as you can. Ankles are over the feet, or ankles are under the knees. Getting nice and wide. Lift into the heart. Feel the feet against the earth. Taking the arms up. On the exhale, bring the arms together into temple. Inhale, elbows go wide, lift at the heart. Chin may lift a little too. Exhale, you might bow to heart here with the arms moving towards each other. Just a few more times. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale together. Inhale, open wide. We'll bring hands to the right thigh. Take the left arm over. Holding here. If you want to go a little lower, right forearm could go to right thigh, but move at your comfort level. Take the left shoulder down from the ear. Sweep the arm up. We're going to switch sides. Left forearm or left hand to the left thigh, right arm goes up. Find a stretch that suits your body. What feels good today? Coming up. Hands to the thighs. We're going to take some circles. Always nice to get a little freedom in the spine as we kind of wind down our practice. You can have big glorious circles or small glorious circles, right? A few more times in one direction and then switch. feeling that movement. Stirring it up, stirring it up. We'll bring it back to center. Very nice. We're going to take a twist now. So your option is to come across with your left hand to your left hip, right hand across to the outer left thigh. So left hand, left hip, right hand across. Or if you want to go into a big twist, turn your whole body sideways and rotate towards the back of the chair. You could even hold the back of the chair. See what feels good for you. This is a big twist, what I'm doing here. Excuse me. Looking in the direction of the left shoulder. Opening up the left chest. Maintaining length of spine, so drawing up into the heart. On the exhale, unwind. Coming back through center, and we'll take the other side. So, left hand across to the right, leg like a seatbelt. Right hand can go on the hip just to give you, move it out of the way a little bit, and rotate open. And do the same thing, taking your whole body to the other side of the chair, rotating towards the back of the chair. Drawing up, lifting up. Find your action. Find the feet. Hug the thigh muscles to the bone. Find the abdominals. Rise up. Sit tall. Open the body with breath. On the exhale, slowly unwind. Nice and slow. We'll come back to the middle. And guess what? We get to relax again. So you can scooch back to the back of your chair if you want. So put a pillow behind if you want to stay away from the back. Coming into our seated Shavasana, so closing the eyes. Just like we did with the legs, let's take a full body connection here. So as you inhale, visualize drawing up from the earth, through the feet, through the front of the legs, all the way up through the front of the body, all the way to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, visualize the breath drawing down the back body, the energy drawing down the back body, all the way through the back of the leg, into the feet, back into earth. Find your own pace of breath. Letting the breath be slow and intentional. Relax the jaw. One more breath. Looping the breath. Feeling the feet against the earth after that final moment of exhalation. Feeling a lightness of being through the torso, through the crown as you sit stable, steady, balanced. We'll bring the hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Remembering your intention. What was that one word? What are you here creating for yourself with every breath? And thank you so much for sharing your time and your practice today. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Michelle. That was wonderful.
You're welcome. My
And
pleasure.
yes. And thank you so much, everybody, for being here today. We really appreciate you. If you enjoyed this class, you are going to have a second opportunity to take it or to tell your friends and encourage them to come along. That second class is going to be on Thursday, July 9th at 10 a.m. Thanks again for joining us, and I hope you have a restful rest of the day. Goodbye, everyone.
Hi. Thank you.